full speed ahead. We are running to the end goal of 50. Remember, when we hit 50, we unlock 3 special things. Number 1, I'm going to be doing a marathon, a gaming marathon. Now, what the gaming marathon will be, we're not sure yet. It could be retro games like Mega Man and Ninja Gaiden and maybe some classic Mario or something like that. It could be something rage-a-thon, rage-inducing, maybe really tough games that I've never played before, that now if I play them, they'll kick my butt, and you guys can laugh at me failing. I just realized that this was, like, not in the right position. It was reflecting, reflective collar. There you go. So it could be rage-a-thon. It could be PC-centric games. Someone had made the suggestion, hey, what about if you played games that are only on PC, like League of Legends or Valorant or something like that, so you can test out games that you never really played before now that you have a PC, right? Or another great suggestion is to play Dino Crisis all day and fully experience the game for the very first time. A game of which I've only played the intro 3 times now during various Halloween marathons. Well, I guess you could also argue the Christmas marathon because that's when I played it this year. But now it's actually on PS5 Pro with saving whenever you want. So we could actually play and save and actually do a real playthrough of the game this time. So I'd be down for any of those. Like literally any of those 4 sound good to me. But we have to decide soon because we're rapidly approaching. It looks like next week we're going to be hitting the goal and doing a marathon probably at the end of next week. Now you might say, well, what day? I don't know yet because I'm talking with my wife about scheduling in an extra day off for us. We haven't had a day off to spend together outside of Christmas since December 3rd or something like that. So obviously we want to have a day off, and we're talking about maybe next week it'll be like, well, we're thinking I'm either going to take Friday, Saturday, or Saturday, Sunday off next week. Okay. So if I take a 2-day block, one day I could do to run all my errands, go grocery shopping, do all the busy work crap. And then the other day we can actually have to ourselves to go out and have a good time together. All right. So if that's the case, basically the marathon would probably end up being whatever the last day is that I stream of that week. So whether that's Thursday or Friday, of next week, we'll have to figure that out. Okay. So I'll figure that out. And when I know, I'll let you know, but that's what it's looking like. So when we hit 50, that marathon will take place, and likely we're going to schedule it for either Friday or Saturday of next week. And not only will we be doing the gaming marathon, which is reward number 1. Reward number 2, how about some food? Well, I'm going to get some food, and we're going to do a feasting with the king, the first of which I've done in a long time. Rather than it being a taste test where I rank food, instead it's just going to be my wife and I ordering from a place that likely we've eaten from before that we know we like, and me just having that meal live on stream with all of you as a hangout session. So it's very different from DSP Tries It, where I'm like rating and ranking the food. It's not really a taste test. It's more of, I don't know, you want to call it a mukbang or whatever. That's kind of what it is, okay? So that's going to be during that marathon event. And then, I've already proposed this, so I want to propose it again. You can suggest a kind of booze for me to try during this marathon event, okay? Whether it's some kind of a brew or a beer, whether it's something hard liquor, maybe it's a mixed drink. Someone has already said, why don't I get some of those Buzz Balls, little drinks, or maybe a variety pack of something like that, because they have different ones of different flavors. And so I could maybe drink those during the course of the day while I'm doing my marathon. Yeah, I could see that. So, we'll see. Maybe I'll do it so that, again, similar to Christmas, every level of support, I drink one or something like that. I got to see what they've got, I guess, at the liquor store. I'll probably go tomorrow. I'll check out the liquor store and see what they have, and I'll probably grab some stuff, okay? So that should be fun. So, yeah, basically this marathon's going to be great. It's going to be like next week. We just got to figure out what to do. So let's talk about it. Let's keep talking about it. It doesn't seem like we have a consensus. Like me, my personal, preference would either be the retro idea where we play retro games, or Dino Crisis. Like, those would be the 2 things that I'd be more interested in. But I'm still okay with a Rage-a-thon, and I'm still okay with PC-centric. But the thing is, we need to figure out what we're going to do so people can nominate stuff, okay? So let's keep talking about it and figure it out. See, that's the thing. I didn't do a poll because, sadly, every time I do a poll, the trolls just fucking skew the poll with bullshit. So I haven't done a poll yet, but I want to kind of get your idea, like your feedback on what to do, okay? Give me your opinions on this, all right? So anyway, that's going to be great. I'm excited for it. And I hope that you guys are pumped too. So let's get it. Let's get to this goal. Every $150 raised on a stream gets us another number to the goal and locks us in to this special marathon event at the end of the week. So let's get it going, right? Today, hey, let's get some support. Get the momentum going. Super chats, super stickers, memberships, and gifted memberships on YouTube. Or subs and gifted subs over on Kick. Or tips through PayPal, which is basically third party, and anyone could do a tip. All right? Let's get some names up on this leaderboard. Let's get our first sub-gifter of the day over on Kick. Let's get our first tip of the day, PayPal, and let's get these starting to populate, okay? Now, positive updates for everyone. Is everyone excited for some positive updates? I hope so. I got some big positive updates for all of you. Let's do it. I'm excited for this one. Can you mail me a check? You could if you're like 80 years old and you don't use the internet. I guess you could mail a check, but then you wouldn't obviously be watching my kick stream either, so you're full of baloney. Okay. Lalafell says, I'm up for a retro marathon if it's not just playing the games again. Now that you have a PC, you should mix it up. Well, we'd have to, again, that's what I mean. Like, we'd have to figure this out. Like, what would it be? I was going to say just play it on Switch and play a bunch of them. Like, there's Ninja Gaiden, there's Mega Man. Actually, I don't think Mega Man's on the Switch, is it? I guess I would have to get one of the Mega Man collections. And if you guys wanted to do like a challenge run or whatever, I'm down for that. Like, I'm down for whatever, but we have to figure it out. And that's the thing is, like, with this new system, you kind of don't know when you're going to hit the goal. And because of that, it's kind of uncertain, like, how much time we have to plan. So, you know, like last week, I never would have thought that we were going to be doing the marathon this early in January, and now here we are, you know? So it's kind of unpredictable, the nature of it. The last retro marathon wasn't that fun. Trills, what retro marathon? I never did a retro marathon. The only time that I ever played a retro game on a marathon was a challenge run marathon. This was back when I was on Twitch, and people were wagering penne points to see if I could beat a stage of Mario. This was, I think it was Mario The Lost Levels, with certain challenges. Like, can I beat it in 30 seconds? Can I do it without dying 3 times? Can I get a certain amount of coins? Stuff like that. That's the only one I even remember. Yes, you do. You got sick last year for a retro marathon. Huh? Does anyone remember this? Does anyone remember me doing a retro marathon in 2024 during which I got sick? Did I really do this? Hold on a second. This is ridiculous. How did I not remember it? This is sounding silly. I don't believe you. I did a retro marathon and I got sick? Okay, when did this happen? Give me a date. I'm looking at all my playlists right now. I was playing retro games all day, the Mario Challenge Run game and all. No, if you're talking about Nintendo World Championships, I remember playing it, but I don't remember doing it all day. You got sick and you didn't reschedule it. Wait, what? So it didn't happen? Can someone speak English in chat, please? Can someone, like, write in the actual English language what you're talking about? Because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about. What is going on? Listen, I see here. I'm going to literally read through all my playlists from last year. Are you ready? Street Fighter 6, Sea of Stars, Tekken 8, various playlists. The Silent Hill, The Short Message. My Super Bowl marathon. Pal World. When Cat and I did Dondoko Island Co-op. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. Baldur's Gate 3. Dragon's Dogma 2. Alone in the Dark. Harold Halibut. The Return to Elden Ring. Little Kitty Big City, Helldivers 2, the Star Wars Battlefront Classic Collection, Another Crab's Treasure, a PC Indies marathon. That is not a retro marathon. It was a bunch of PC indie games. Senua's Saga Hellblade 2, Hades 2 Early Access, Multiverses, Night Springs DLC, Crow Country, Still Wakes the Deep, Elden Ring Shadow of the... Dude, there was no retro marathon last year. It literally didn't happen. I'm reading all my playlists. What are you talking about? I knew I wasn't crazy. I'm like, what is he talking about? This literally didn't happen. Dark Side Dabbing, what you're describing is what we're doing right now. What did we do during that Indies marathon? I don't recall that. We played Pizza Tower. Oh, Pizza Tower, the Hades 2 Early Access, Noita, and Stardew Valley. And that's how I brought back Stardew Valley. RZX says the only retro thing I could think of is that there was a Ninja Gaiden run you were going to do, and that was 2 years ago, by the way. But the goal wasn't hit, so we never did it. And then there was also Chrono Trigger at one point. Yeah, that was years ago. You guys really like to confuse me. Like, You literally made me second guess myself and think that I'm crazy. You realize that, right? Like I actually legit thought that like I couldn't remember that I did a retro marathon last year. So I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. You know, literally what you're saying didn't even happen. Wow.